Hey guys, welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we are going to see the next project on convert the numbers into words in PHP. Let's just see how we can create it. Here, you can see I have to create a PHP tag and then close this PHP tag right here. Now here, I will write function and the function here is number to words. So this is the function name right here where I'm creating. This is the number to the word function. Now inside this functions here I just create an array right here. So this is array which is equal to I have to write this is array and the array here are. Now I just convert my numbers into words. Let's just see. I just create number 1 which is equal to here I just write that this is 1. Okay, here I have to write comma, then after that I just create the list of these numbers right here and I just change the values only like 2, 3, here I have to write 4, 5, 6, then here I have to write this is 7 right here, then 8, then this is 9, this is 10, 11, 12 and the 13 right here. Okay, yet so far I just create a 13's number list right here. Okay, now here you can see that I just create the more number list right here as well, where I just starting from the 13, then this is the 14, then this is 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, now it's fine. And at the last I have to write this is 19 right here. Okay, now here I am just providing the name of that which is 19, then this is 18, this is 17, this is 16, this is 16, this is here I am just writing that this is 15 and this is 14. Now here this is 13 and this is 13 right here. Now after that this is 12. Okay, now after that here you can see that I have to write this is 11, then this is here 10. Now here I have to write that this is 9, 8, 7, 6, this is 6. Here I have to write this is 5, 3, this is just a writing effort right here. Okay, and 2 and 1. Okay, now here you can see I just create our 19 numbers right here. Okay, now here if a numbers is converting to 2, 3, 4 and up to 9, so simple you can see here I'm just creating one another array which is only taking the tens number. Okay, where you can see that like here I just write that this is the variable t for the tens number and here I just create an array and the array here are firstly you can see that I have to create for 20 which is getting the 2 which is equal to here I have to write that this is getting the 20 right here. Okay, now after that you can see here I have to write that, so after this true I just copy this up to 9 right here. Okay, now here you can see that simply for this is for 20, then here we have the value here for 30, then this is for 40, then after that here you can see that this is for 60, then here sorry this is for 50, then here we have for 60, then this is for 70, then this is for 80 and 90. Okay, you can see here this is an array for the tens number only. Now if you want to create or if you want to convert your numbers to the 100, so simply you have to write 100 as the variable name right here. So I am just creating a simply numbers list right here. So this is an array right here and after this here you can see that I have to create this is for 100. Now this list is for, here you can see that this is for 1000 and here you can see that this is 1000 Then after that, here you can see that this is for million. Then here this is for billion. Okay, you can see that. So I just create some of the list right here, which is, you can see here, this is my variable which is hundreds, and now which is, you can see here, that is an array right here, or you can see that this is for hundreds right here. Okay, and I just copy these all inside, and you can see here I just copy and pasted all of these inside this. So remove this curly brackets right here, and you can see that I am just simply positioning it. Okay, now here you can see, now my numbers list are created right here, and after this you can see here my actual PHP section is start. Just because of here we can simply provide the number list, so this is the effort for you have to create the number list right here. So just forget about that. Here now just turn to the logic right here. Okay, this is just a limit of the numbers what I am just setting right here. Okay, now here you can see that I just call variable number. So number variable here is, you can see that this is my parameter to that functions. Now here number which is equal to, I have to write that this is equal to the number, and here you can see that I just create, or I just get the number format here. So number format will be the number right here, and here I will get the format of 2 right here, and then here you can see that that will write 0, sorry, dot san, and then here I write comma. Okay, now here you can see that. So simply this is the format of the numbers right here. Then here I have to write number underscore array, and the which is equal to, here I just write this is explore, and that's it, explore. Here I have to write this is the dot signature, and that will get the number right here. Okay, and I just close this code right here. Okay, now here you can see I have to create one variable for whole numbers, and which is equal to, here you can see that I just write number, and number underscore, here you can see that we have an array right here which is starting from 0. Okay, now here you can see that I have to write that this is numbers right here, which is decimal numbers, and here which is equal to, here is write number underscore array, and that will get the value here which is starting from the 1 right here. Okay, you can see here I'm just creating the 4 types of array right here, which is the number array, whole number, and decimal numbers right here. Okay, now here you can see, after this I just write that this is KR and sort algorithm right here. So I'm just sorting the value right here which is for whole number right here. Okay, here you can see, or I have to write for sorting values, before that I have to write this is whole underscore array. Okay, which is equal to, here is write this is array, and array will reverse the value right here. Okay, which will explore, and which will explore the values here, where I have to write that this is simply like getting the whole number right here. Okay, and I just close this code right here. Now here in the KR sorting I just take the whole array value right here, and after this I just close this code. Now here you can see that I just write RE, and this is variable RET and text right here, which is equal to, I have to create the empty string, which means that this is just an empty string, and this will show me the text right here. Okay, now here you can see that I have to write for each loop. So this is for each loop what I am just creating right here, and here I will take the whole array right here, and then whole array as the variable key, which is equal to, here you can see that I have to write that this is the variable I. Now here if variable I which is less than 20, okay, then here you can see that I have to write that this is retext, which is my variable here, and the retext here is concatenating the value which is, you can see here, the value of this array right here. Okay, and the value of array right here. Okay, and what's the value? So this is ARR. Hope so you understand now. Now here after this, and the array here, I am just printing the value of I right here. Now after this, you can see here I'm just going to the else if conditions right here, and the else if here is I have to write this is the variable I, and I which is less than 100. Okay, now here you can see that I have to write that this is ret text, and which is dot and is equal to, here I just write that this will get the value of t, this is variable t right here, and that will be the sub string. Okay, now here that will print the value of I, then 0, and this is the value of 1 right here, and then close this code right here. Now here this is ret text, and the text which is dot and is equal to, here I have to write that this is the dot sign, and that will get the value of array, and here you can see that I have to write that this is also a substring right here, and the substring here is the variable I, then this is 1 and 1 right here. Okay, so I will explain this code later when I just complete this. Here I just go to the else condition. So else condition here is I have to write this is ret text, and the text dot which is equal to, here I just write firstly that I will get the value of array, and here after this I am just creating the sub array right here. Sorry, this is substring right here. Okay, you can see that. Now here after that, here you can see that I just write variable I, then here 0, and this is 1 right here. Now I just close this code, you can see, and then here I have to write that empty string, and then here I just concatenate my hundreds variable here, which is starting from 0. So here you can see that after this I have to write that this is ret text, and ret text which is equal to, I have to write dot which is equal to, here I will get the empty string right here, and then after this, here you can see that I just write array right here, which is variable array, and that will get the substring as well. So you can see I just copy and paste it right here, and then after this I just copy and paste it this line as well. Okay, now here you can see that this is the variable t, just because of here I just get the values of tens, and this is variable array. Okay, now here you can see, so my this if statement for each loop is completed right here, and now I just turn to the another statement. Like here you can see that I just create the if statement and if key, and the key which is greater than 0. Okay, so I will discuss about the key when I just complete this code. So here you can see that I just write ret text, okay, and ret text dot is equal to, here you can see that I have to write that this is dot, and that will get variable hundreds right here. Okay, and hundreds here is the key. I hope so you understand now. Now here after this I just write dot, and dot which is an empty string, and then close this code right here. Okay, here you can see I have to copy this all code right here, and then after this, here you can see I just paste this code right here. Now you can see here I'm just creating one other variable here, which is the name of, you can see here this is decimal number. Okay, so decimal number which is starting from 0, and then here you can see that that will simply get this string right here, and here I just write this is AND value. Now here if else which is 20, this is the decimal number right here, and the same is the case like our old example. Firstly that will get the number of tens, then here that will get the numbers of, so firstly that will get the numbers of array. Okay, then here you can see that that is simply writing the array right here, which is in the decimal numbers. Okay, now here you can see this is a decimal number here, and after this I just go to the else if conditions again. So this is inside the if statement. So here you can see that this is the if statement right here. I just copy and yes, okay, paste it right here. Then here after this I have to write one another if statement right here, and the if statement here is, you can see that this is a decimal which is less than 20, and that will get the result of array. And now here I will write else if statement. So else if statement also, here you can see that I just copy and paste it right here, which is less than, here you can see that I have to write 100. Now variable text, which is dot getting the value of t, which is the numbers of 10. Then here substring here is, firstly I have to write that this is the decimal numbers, and that will get 0 and 1 right here. Okay, and then here you can see that I just close this code right here. Okay, now here you can see that I just create one of the empty string, and this is getting the values of array, which is substring, and that will, here you can see that this is a decimal number. Okay, now after this, here you can see I have to write that this is return, and the return here is our text. Okay, now here you can see that I just create extract. Extract here is a function, so extract here is the post method. Okay, and then close this code. Now here you can see that if, so if here is assets, and the asset here is, I have to write one variable which is convert. And after this, here you can see that I have to write echo statement. So echo here is paragraph tag, and here I have to write inside this paragraph tag. So this is echo, and inside this paragraph tag I have to write that this is a line. A line here is the text, and which is in center. And then here after this alignment of text I have to write style, which is equal to, I just write this is style, and the style here which is equal to, here you can see that the style here is a color, and the color here is, I have to write the color here is green, and this is the color, and the color here is green right here. Now here you can see that I just close this code, and then here I have to write this is the number 2 words, so which is my function name. So I'm just calling the function here which is the number 2 words function. Okay, now you can see that. So this is, here I'm just closing this, and you can see that, and here you can see I have to write numbers 2 words, and here we have printed the variable number. After this, here you can see that I just write dot, and this is /p, which is a percentage sign right here. Okay, and then I just close this code right here. So you can see my PHP section is completed right here. So firstly, I am just explaining to you guys which is my PHP section. Here you can see that this is just a function name, and this is the variable number right here. This is a list for when you are just writing 1, 2, 3 and up to 20 numbers, which is the name of array. This is the numbers of 10, 20, 40 words, and this is the list of 100 arrays. Okay, here you can see that. Now here you can see that I just create numbers getting the format of the number. Then here I just write array, and that array will be explores the numbers right here. Now I just take the variables for the whole numbers, which is getting the number array right here, which is starting from 0, and the same is the case like decimal number like 0 to 9. So this variable for the decimal number which will get the number array, and that will start from 1. Now here you can see that this will get the whole array, which is also reversing the array, and that will explode the whole numbers. Now I just use cache sort algorithm, and which is using the whole array, and here you can see that this is the empty variables to showing me the text right here. Now for each loop which is get the whole array as the key, and that will I write here. Okay, now after that you can see that this is the if statement from 0 to 19 numbers. Then here that will print the array. Then here you can see that this is from numbers that will get the hundreds of numbers, and after that if this statement is not true, so that will run this statement which is printed the 100 numbers like billion, million. So this is the kind of that. Here if key is greater than 0, so that will simply print the hundreds wide values. Okay, now after that, here you can see I just print if statement. So if decimal numbers is less than 0, so simply print AND statement, and that will get the format of that 20 and 100 numbers. Now I just return ret text variable right here, which is the post method of extract, and if acid, which is convert. So simply write this statement, which will get the numbers and print it like here. Now here you can see I have to create like here you can see that I have to create like a form. So this is a form right here, and after this completing this form, here you can see, so the form method here is the post method. Okay, now after this, here you can see that I have to write one of the table right here, and the table is the border of 1, and then here you can see that I just write text alignment to it. The text alignment here is in center. So you can also put the numbers as well. So here I just write table row, and inside the table row I have to write this is a table data right here, and table data here is enter your number. Okay, now here you can see that I just write table data, and after this table data I just put one of the input. Input here is a type of, so input here, which is a type of text right here, and which is a type of text, and the text here is I have to write this is getting the name, and the name which is equal to here is write a number, so which is my variable here. Now here I just provide the value. So the value here is I have to write a PHP code. So PHP if statement, so if asset, which is getting the number right here, so simply you have to write echo, and that will print the number what you inserted right here. Okay, which is in words. Now here you can see that I just close this PHP tag right here. Okay, here you can see, and here you can see that at the last I am just creating one button for the submit here, where I just write td tag, which is a colon span, and the colon span which is equal to, let's suppose, 4, and here you can see that I just write text alignment, then text alignment in the center, and here I just close this code. Now here you can see that I just take a user input right here, which is a type of submit. So this is a type of submit button right here, and here you can see that after the submit button I have to write that this is the value, and the value here is, you can see that I just write that convert number. Okay, so this is convert numbers to the string. Okay, here you can see. Then here you can see that after this I am just creating the name here, and the name here is the convert. Okay, you can see that, and I just close this code right here. So as you can see, this project is completed right here, which is for a mini project, which is numbers to the string or the word converter right here. Hope so you understand now that how you can create this project in the PHP right here. So that will simply get this convert variable right here with the help of this name right here. Okay, now here you can see that I'm just running this code right now, and which is a convert number, and you can see here. So as you can see, this code is running successfully right here, and I think so you can understand this PHP code right here, but I am just already create. Now just turn to this code and will show you the complete knowledge about that. Here you can see that firstly I just create a table right here and simply provide the value to it, which is enter your name, then this is table, and this is, you can see here, the numbers area right here. Now here I just simply set the if statement right here, which is a PHP statement, and I just get this asset, which is the number right here. When you just adding the number, so that will take the number, check all of these conditions what we already defined right here, and show us the result in the strings. Let's just see. So here I just run this code, and you can see that. So firstly I have to write this is the 21 right here, so you can see that this is a 21, then 45, So you can see here this is 45, 51. Here you can see that 123. So you can see here this is the 123. You can see here how we get the numbers to the string in the PHP. So this was a mini project what we already create. So if you find any of the problem regarding to this lecture or any point you are not understand with this lecture, please let me know. And thanks for watching this lecture.